Good morning, my grade 10 advisory. Right, let's have
Good
now
day.
values 10. Please turn on your camera. Okay, I only have here Matthew, EM, Charles, Jamaica, and Kurt. I know that my other officers or my officers are here in school in preparation for the World Teachers Day, right? So I understand. That's why we need to have an introductory discussion with regards to the lesson. Right, let me share my screen. Are you still with me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. How are you, Matt?
Good teacher.
That's great, Matt. Hope to see you here. Okay. So let's have values 10. Okay. The natural moral law and conscience. So this is one of my favorite topic in values simply because it is talking about morality issues. It is talking about how we manage situations with regards to or pertaining to our conscience and how we weigh things over. This is now weighing things over. This is one of my, you know, my favorite topic in values. Okay? Like everyone else, you make decisions every day, correct? These decisions include those that concern your daily living, such as what you wear, eat, okay? What you wear, eat, take, watch, play, read, among others. Other decisions tend to be more serious, okay? Since you are now a young adult, okay, you'll be dealing with some serious decisions in your life. They refer to questions like, should I give money to the beggars or not? Should I forgive or take revenge? Should I obey my parents or attend party? Should I tell the truth or should I lie? Should women be allowed to have abortion? Should I accept the bribe? So those are just few of the serious questions that you might encounter. Okay? Questions like this may require reflection, knowledge, consultation, and prayer on your part because these may affect not only yourself but other people as well. In all likelihood, they may also affect relationship with God. Okay, some. Okay? Decisions you make during these times can even be life changing. That is why you need to look beyond yourselves and examine everything there is to examine before you make any decision. So there are things that we need to consider again, not just being so random, okay, in decision making. Okay, take note of this. Do not decide if you're very happy or your emotions, there's a burst of emotion. Do not decide if you're angry. Okay? You need to clear your mind before deciding anything. Okay? Anything, including love life. Okay, but I'm not allowing you to do so. Okay? Anything, even decisions you are actually dealing with your parents, do not decide when you are angry or do not decide when you are happy. If there are some bursts of emotion, then say yes, there are also some problems with your decision making. Right? Let's move forward, knowing what is good. So let's take a look at this. Every good driver knows that if the traffic light is red, he or she has to stop until the light is green, correct? A thirsty man knows that he cannot just get any drink from a store without paying for it first. Okay, any respectable teacher knows that he or she cannot inflict physical pain on student no matter how good the intention is to just or justifiable the circumstances are. Okay? Living in the community, we know how to conduct ourselves best. Okay? We have certain awareness of what is right and what is wrong. Correct? Talking about what is right and what is wrong, you already know. Okay? This is again, I'm telling you, This is one of my favorite topics simply because it is dealing with decisions. It is dealing with how would you decide, not just for yourself, but also for your community and for the other people, because it may affect not only you, but also other people. Okay? Knowledge of what is right and what is wrong is true in every person, regardless of country, race, culture, and belief. Okay? It may be that in yourself it is right, but in other people's eye it's wrong. There is a possibility of that. It could be also that other people think that it is right, but in your own side, in your own analysis of yourself, if you're going to analyze it in your situation, it is wrong. Okay? This is now where your conscience play part. Okay, this is knowledge of natural moral law. Okay, natural moral law is a law that is ingrained by superior being in the heart of each person. Superior being, we're talking about gods, we're talking about Allah for Muslims, we're talking about Jesus Christ, or God the Father for Christians, and we're talking about um what else? Other countries, other beliefs, they have different gods. Okay, but again, those are superior being. We are talking about superior being here. Okay? We're not talking about only Christians. We're not talking about Muslims. We're talking about superior being. Okay, in each person allowing him or her to take knowledge of right and wrong. Okay, natural moral law is the law that is within the person as human being, which directs him or her towards or toward an end or a purpose. Okay? Recall what you have learned about the object of the will. Remember the object of the will? Okay? The will is directed towards acquisition of good, correct? In this sense, natural moral law directs human actions toward that which is good. Okay? But as a law, it obliges the person to do what is good and avoid which is evil. Okay? Do you agree with me that if there is good, there's always evil? Would you agree? Are you still with me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. If there is good, there's always evil. If there is evil, there's
Yes.
always good. It's a balance of nature. Okay. Again, in our own minds, okay, in our own minds, we inculcate good and evil. We tend to analyze based on our conscience what is good and what is evil. Sure, good is when we are actually given privilege by God. We are actually given chance by God. That's good. Bad is when you inflict something or something to anyone or somebody that is being bad, or you're doing something that can harm other person. That's bad. That's how we tend to analyze things over. Later on, you will analyze also that good and bad is in your concept. This is how you analyze things over. Okay. Would you like to share, AJ, about good and bad? AJ?
Uh, I think, teacher, it is good when you do it by your right. Like, I think it's good if you do it by your right. It's righteous, teacher. And if it's evil, teacher, it's like you're doing it by someone's idea. No, not really. I'm not saying that everyone's idea is bad, but like it's against your right anymore, teacher. I think that's it. It's not really evil, teacher. It's just an example of uh losing your rights by on purpose.
Very well said, AJ. I like your idea. Yeah, it's true. Talking about good and evil also, we tend to associate Like for example, Lucifer as evil. If there is Lucifer, that's evil, teacher. Why? Okay, because again, you are associating things over. Okay, remember that Lucifer is that it's he is actually an angel of light. Lucifer means light. Luciferin is the one used by bioluminescent organisms to create light. Luciferin. Okay, so meaning to say, these are association of things. Okay, because Lucifer inflict problems with people, we tend to associate him as evil. Okay, where in fact, we are actually the one doing evil, but associating it over to other people or to other person. Did you get my point? That's why this topic, I really like this topic. No, it will let you analyze things over on what you had done on your previous years and to rethink about. Okay? For example, when a person hurts someone out of revenge, he or she might feel good because he or she was able to do what he or she desires for revenge. Okay, desire for revenge. But at the end of the day, okay, at the end of the day, he or she would have conscience or conscious realization that he or she did not did something wrong. Okay, he or she would most probably experience anxiety, guilt, and discord within himself or herself. Why? Because again, you inflict something or you inflict um somebody. Okay, that's the problem. Do you know what is the greatest revenge? I will tell you how to create a greatest revenge. Make yourself happy. It's the greatest revenge. Okay? Number one, you are not inflicting anything to someone or somebody. Number two, you are now eliminating negative um cheese. In Chinese, we call it cheese. Negative aura. Okay? You forget about it and you live your life happily. And that's it. That's the greatest revenge. Why? Because if that person has intention to destroy you, okay, well, definitely he or she failed in doing so because you're now happy. Okay. What is the greatest self-defense according to studies? The greatest self-defense is to avoid. Okay, avoidance that is the greatest self-defense. Why? The more you expose yourself to danger, the more also you may encounter danger. But if you avoid danger, then definitely you will not encounter danger. As simple as that. That's a simple concept. But when you're angry, you tend to go to the person's place. You tend to have a revenge. You're exposing yourself to danger. That's the problem. But if you're going to avoid danger, therefore, then it says you will not encounter danger. As simple as that. Natural moral law governs all forms of human relationship and is evident in the history of humankind. The people all over the world, although separated by large bodies of water and vast lands, have a common understanding that killing a person or stealing another person's property is wrong. It's very wrong, of course. Conscience is a capacity that flows from the intellect. Remember the intellect and will? Intellect of a person and then enables him or her to judge the morality of an act done in a particular situation in the light of one in particular situation in the light of natural moral law. Okay? It is an act of reason that judge or judges whether a human act is good or evil according to the natural moral law. Okay? Let me check on my slides. It's already time because we only have 30 minutes in our class. Wait. Okay. Let's continue by next meeting. Okay. Simply because we are just allowed for 30 minutes to have a class. Today is shortened. Okay. I think we had discussed a lot today. Hopefully also your other classmates can check on the recording. Please do check on the recordings. I'll be uploading this one after the meeting. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? Do you have any questions so far?
None.
Okay. Did you understand what we had discussed? Charles? Let's have Charles. Did you understand what we had discussed, Charles?
Maybe.
That's great, Charles. Okay. Hopefully we can continue in the next meeting. I think that will be all for today, class. Thank you for your participation. My grade 10 advisory. I know that you are responsible enough. Okay. I am just here to guide you over. Have a nice day, grade 10. Take care. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Bye, Chair.
Bye,